Hi guys, my name's Jade. Welcome to my channel if you are new, or if you're returning to my channel, then welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for returning. So today is going to be another little testing video. So I have the Jeffree Star, I don't really want to say the full name because apparently I can get demonetized for saying the word, but I'm just going to call it the O palette. So I've got Jeffree's nude palette, which is basically the nude palette, and I've had this for a while now. So I had the box and I opened it, and I've opened both eyeshadow palettes. So I got the bundle. Now I purchased this and I had slight regrets after I bought it because it wasn't like selling out, and then I seen all the reviews before I got mine and everyone's saying like it's just a waste of money, it's not worth the money buying it. But hey ho, I've got it now, so we may as well make use of it. So obviously I've got the mini one and I've also got the big one as well. So I'm going to be just playing around with them, having a little test, see what they're like. But I'll just show you guys what they look like and all that jazz. This is the big palette, and obviously it's just all like nude shades. So this is what it looks like. So a lot of people, there was a lot of controversy of like, oh yeah, it's just like just a nude palette, it's nothing special. So straight off I'm looking at it and you know, yeah, it's a nude palette. I don't really have much variations of colours like this, I don't feel like, anyway, in some of my kits. Some of my eyeshadow palettes, in some of my eyeshadow palettes. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get it, just because it's just kind of like one of those palettes where if you're really into this sort of colours and you're more like your neutral tones, your nudes, then this is just a palette you can just take everywhere with you and you can dip into it and kind of stuff. You get 30 shades in total. So obviously you go from light to dark. And yeah, we're just going to dip in, have a little play, test it out and see what it's like. The only Jeffree Star palette that I actually own is the Shane Dawson one, and I actually did really like that, but we'll see. We'll see. Obviously it comes with a big mirror, which I do like. And then this is the mini. I received an email not long after this came. So this took a while to come. These took a while to come. This took a few weeks. So like everybody's been putting the reviews up. I don't even know if everyone's got their parcel yet, but like there's like when I went to look on the reviews on YouTube, there isn't that many. Like not many people have actually done a review on it, and I'm like, is that because everyone's just not bothered to buy it because it's just not that good? But I spent my money on it. It was $78 for the bundle. Oh my god. And I received an email, I'm gonna say about 2 weeks ago now. I think it was the day I come back off my holiday, and it basically said there was something wrong with the mini palette, and it wasn't I mean, I have already swatched this, guys, just to let you know, because you might think, oh my god, it's got like dips in it. But yeah, I've already swatched it, but apparently it's not, the pigments in this are not mixed very well, and something wrong with it. So they're sending out everybody a brand new palette. I mean, whether we'll get that or not, I don't know. So, I mean, I don't know if this is going to perform as well as it should, but we're going to test it out anyway. And then maybe when the new one comes, we can test them and we'll see like what the difference is from this one being, it's a faulty one, basically, isn't it, to the new one. But we'll see anyway. We're going to test them and we're going to have a little look. But I don't know if you can tell. Obviously, I've swatched them, so it does look a bit bashed a little bit. But if I just come a bit closer, if you can see the pigments, like they just look a bit crusty and like lumpy. They don't look smooth or anything like that compared to like some of his like shimmer shades that he has before. They just look very, yeah, they don't look like this one, for example. Look how like not neat that is in the pan. It just looks very, just doesn't look very good, does it? But I'm not gonna lie, I did swatch them and they did swatch okay, but I don't feel like they swatches as good as what his normal shades like. Like I say, I've only ever used the Shane Dawson palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Like I've never had any of his others. So I don't really have anything to compare. But I'm just going to show you a couple of the swatches of them. But if you look, as I'm digging into it, there's just a lot of like kickback, and it just feels weird. I don't know, it just feels weird. But anyway, so this is one of the shades. Oh my god, I don't know if you could hear that. My belly literally just rumbled. Like, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. I don't know. Let's try this one. This one's called Bathhouse. But I just feel like, I don't know if you can see there. This one I dipped into, it just looks really crumbly and like, I just don't know. Yeah. They don't look too bad to me. They feel okay. But I guess it's how they perform on the eye. So this is like a really nice gold. Let's just swatch that and see. That's not too bad. Maybe my palette's not that bad. I don't know. But anyway, I'm getting a new palette, but we're going to try it out anyway, guys. First things first, I need to prime my lids. So normally I do prime with the P. Louise base because I really like that. It's a good eye primer. But the other day I used this, which is the e.l.f. 16 Camo Concealer, because this shade is way too white and just too light for like to use under my eyes. So I've been using that as like an eyeshadow base. But I'm just like, do I use this or do I use this? I don't really know what to do. I think I might just go in with the concealer. But then I'm like, because I've always used this really, I'm just like, oh, will they perform well if I use the concealer? But we're just going to use the concealer anyway. That's a lot of product. I didn't need that much, did I? I think I might just take it in and just... Then I'm going to use this, no it's not that one, it's this one. A fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna pat that and just like buff it out, because I never used to do this when I used to prime my eyelids with any sort of concealer or base, and obviously it would just look really stupid. And then obviously as I've been watching tutorials more, I'm like, oh my god, I haven't been like doing that technique. So maybe that's why my eyeshadow just maybe that's why it's too tacky and wet, and I've not been like setting it sort of thing, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm now thinking that I probably should have used the P. Louise base. That looks absolutely crazy. This is actually quite heavy to hold, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go in with the shade Versatile, which is this shade here. Where is it? This shade here. I'm going to go in with that. I'm just going to go in with that. Whoa. There's a lot of kickback there. I don't really know. I'm just whatever. We're just going to create something. I don't really have like... I know there's like so many different nude palettes out there. I actually don't think I own any palette that's just like all nude. I'm really sure that I don't. So that's one reason why I wanted to get it. And I wanted to really get the mini, but then I was like, it's worth getting both because you're saving. So it's actually really big, this palette, and it's really big to hold. But so far, I'm liking it. It's, you know, it's a nice shade. That's a nice brown shade. This is so heavy and it's like really hurting my hands to hold. It's like so heavy to hold. Oh, that's way better. Just hope that I don't drop it now. And then I'm just gonna try and stamp. I always go for like a rounded. I've never really gone for like very kind of like, oh, I've cocked up. I'm scared to like, but you know when you bring the shadow outwards, like that's what people have been doing, but I'm scared to do that because I never really do that, and I'm like, I'm just gonna cock it up and just look stupid, but maybe I should just stick to what I know best and what I do best. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for fluffer. I think I might go for this one here because it's more like a pinky nude. No, actually, I think I'm gonna go for this one, which is called Blowout. And I'm just gonna put that on, obviously, like the inner corners here, and sort of blend them together. Do you know what? I just found this brush yesterday, and I don't know why I didn't use it in my when I was doing my naked. This is like such the perfect brush to like get into those corners. That's actually quite cute, but yeah, it's just like a simple nude moment going on. It's nice. I feel like obviously the palette is very versatile because a lot of the colours are just pretty much the same, quite similar, so they go together. So yeah, I'm not mad at that so far. Okay guys, my camera just cut out on me and I actually don't know where it cut out, so this is a new technique for me because I never like do that, and I normally have tape there as well, so I'm kind of obviously doing it on my own. It's like, so yeah, don't come for me in the comments please, because I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. My camera just doesn't like me today. Maybe it's because I've been filming so much, but it keeps cutting out on me, and then it's like saying it's hot and all that kind of stuff. So I've just gone in with the shade Gender Fluid. I am not mad though, guys. I'm not mad. I actually think this is really nice and it's coming together. But I just used this teeny tiny brush and I went back in with that Versatile shade, and I just was kind of like going over the bits here, and then I was just kind of like using that to like buff it out a bit. But I don't know whether I should go in with a darker shade. I think I might try one of the darker shades actually. I might just darken it up a little bit. So I'm gonna use, okay, I think I'm gonna go in with this shade here, Invitation Only, because like that's more of like a like a mahogany red brown rather than this shade here. So Invitation Only. It's really dark, so I'm just gonna lightly tap that, tap any excess, oh my god, I can't speak, put my teeth in, and then I'm just gonna buff that in. I just wanted to darken it up a little bit. I don't know if this is even going to darken it up. I think it might change the whole colour of it. Oh yeah, that's actually nice. I like that. Look how bad my red blotches have come back. I'm going to go back in with that Gender Fluid shade. I'm just going to... I mean, it's look, I don't know, is it looking messy? I don't really know. I'm just gonna go back in with this Blowout shade. I just wanna put a little bit more there. I don't really know why I'm putting more there because I don't like, I'm probably just gonna put a bit of glitter there now anyway, so. But I am impressed with myself, so. Right, I don't know what colour to go for. I think I'm going to go for this Soaking Sun colour, or do I go for Foam Party? Nice, or do we go, no, I think I'm going to go with this one here, the Soaking Sun. It's like a really nice golden colour, so we're going to try this one. it might just mess my look completely now, because I actually really like it like that. If you're just going for like a matte look, it's quite nice. So I don't know if it's going to work with the brush, but we'll try the brush first and then we'll try my finger. Now I'm not going to cut my crease. I just like to put my shimmers on over the top. That's doing nothing. So let's try the finger. If that doesn't work, then we might have to just go in it. Okay. That was a lot. Look at how it's all crumbled. Oh my god. Maybe that's what they were saying, like how it's not. Actually, that's not too bad. That's actually not bad. Actually not bad. Someone said that using a fluffy brush is better to do. These like foil shades. That's actually not bad. I'm blending it in a little bit there, so it's not looking too wacky. Okay, not looking bad. So just to save a bit of time, I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to put the same glitter shade on this eye, and then I'm going to clean up and I'm going to put foundation on. We'll start doing my makeup to save a bit of time, because this is probably going to be super long already. So I'm back and I have done all my makeup. I've put lashes on, and this is a little dramatic for me, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I'm feeling the whole smoking it out to the side kind of look. Like I say, I never really do this sort of thing, and I'm not that great at makeup, but I don't think it looks too bad. But anyway, I finished, so let's just jump in and let's talk about these palettes. So, honest opinions. Okay, so first off, packaging. I really like the packaging. I mean, it's very raunchy because it's like practically naked bodies on there, and I know a lot of people have had their opinions on the packaging because of that, and I do get the whole, like, Jeffree's audience is predominantly based like young children, like young girls and things, and would I buy this for my daughter? Because for one, it's got a really I can't say the word provocative, you know, the name of the palette is very raunchy. The packaging is very raunchy, and I feel like because I'm a mum myself, if I had a little girl who wanted this palette, who really loves Jeffree Star and like idolises him and looks up to him, really wanted this, I'd be like having to think like, do I really want to be buying, you know, a young girl, my daughter, something like this, when it's so like rude and like sexual? But nevertheless, I do like the packaging. I don't think it's that bad. I personally like it. It doesn't offend me or anything like that. I do like to say, I don't, like, I wish he didn't call it what he's named it, because like, I could have called it something else. He could have called it something else. But Jeffree Star has to sexualize everything, doesn't he? So let's talk about the mini palette first. So the shimmers. Now, I'm not gonna lie, just because I guess this is like a faulty one, so it's kind of like probably not as good as it should have been, I guess. But I have been like reading reviews and stuff, and I do believe he's changed the formula of the shimmers. Obviously some of them like didn't perform very well, like this one and this one didn't really swatch, but I was watching a review and apparently they're like toppers, so you can put them on top of things, so that's where they perform better when you like load them up together and stuff. So yeah, the shade that I did use though, the Soaking Sun, I actually did really like that, but it did take me a while to kind of like put it on, if you know what I mean. It was very chunky to begin with. Like I say, that could be due to the fact that this palette is faulty and it wasn't mixed very well and stuff. so it could be due to that. And there was so much fallout, so I'm so glad that I did my eyes first, because the shimmer shades were just falling completely on my face, and I think I did a little zoom in shot, but I had fallout like all so much, and when I went to wipe it away, my face was just gold. So do I think you need to buy this palette? I would say not really. I do regret buying it. I'm one of those people who are like an impulse buyer, and whenever like something new comes out, whether it's, you know, any kind of makeup, I just fall into like buying it. And you know, I kind of had high hopes for it. Maybe the other shades are nice, but I mean, I probably will use them, but do I think that you need to buy it? I don't think you need to buy it. I might do another testing of this palette when I get the new one and see if I can like compare, because obviously this one is like a faulty one. So that's the mini. So the reason why I bought this palette was because I don't have a huge variety of like nude shades, like browns and warm tone browns. I have several palettes with some brown shades in, but I don't specifically have just like nudes, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to buy it, because I just know that I will use it a lot, because there's so many different like shades in there, different tones. And when I did look at it on the website, I was thinking, oh my god, they all just look similar, which they do, but every shade is different. Like, so you've got like pinky tones and peachy tones. I probably wouldn't use the top row, if I'm completely honest. I probably wouldn't really use those, but I do like them, and I do feel like I will get a lot of use out of them. I think they blended really nicely. I think they're really pigmented. There was a lot of kickback, I thought, because a lot of fallout came off my brush, like it came onto my face, so there was a lot of fallout for me personally. So opinion about this, I would say, do you need it? I would say if you have several nude palettes, then probably not. Like, you probably have several of these shades in all the palettes that you have probably. But if you are maybe just starting out at makeup, or you don't really have like a neutral palette, like a nude palette, and you want to invest in this, then I would say yes, it's worth the money to invest in it if you don't have something like this. But if you do have similar palettes, then I would say no. I would say it's probably not worth the money, because, you know, I know that I'm going to use it a lot, because there's so many different coloured shades in there, different browns, and they're just sort of like the tones that I like to use. They're sort of like the colours that I go for, and yeah, I'm not mad about the look. Anyway, I hope that you did enjoy this video, guys. If you did, make sure that you do give it a massive big thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed to my channel, then make sure that you do subscribe before you leave. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.